What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for another episode of Stranded Deep. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we're all fed up and ready to go. I'm not fed up with like the series or anything like that, just like ready to roll, you feel me? Yada da boo boo. On this side, we've got a little bit of organization to go on. I've basically done the best that I can to stack up what resources I have available in this pile over here until I can get them sorted out into the appropriate crates. It's not exactly what I want to do with things, but you know, sometimes organization has to take a little bit of a hit so that you can make sure that everything is where you want it to be. I've got 2 coconuts all nice and filled up and ready to go. This refined axe is probably not going to last much longer. And then we have Dong the Mighty, Dong Triumphant, laying upon the ground right here. And my raft is all rigged up and ready to roll on an opposite side of the island so that we can go to a new place and see what it has on offer for us. I bet building the raft was a fantastic idea in the previous episode because it allowed us the opportunity to travel a little bit quicker and get our asses up off the ground and stay away from sharks, which is always one of those things that I really try to do. I don't know, hanging out with sharks is not something that I find to be an enviable situation, and I don't want to be around sharks, not at all, not one little bit. So we're going to climb up on top of here, and then we are going to set sail. Let's go off to a new island. I'm going to try and keep myself somewhat straight as I go over here so that we've got a straight shot in between our previous island and the new island that we're going to. But I'll see when we arrive. As you can tell, we're sailing a whole lot more smoothly. In fact, we're catching wakes right now and getting a little bit of air as we sail, which is good. That means we're moving way quicker than just paddling. So let's go to a new place. It looks to me as though this new island is going to give us some interesting scavenging opportunities. We do have boats around. We do have areas that are kind of... The problem with these areas is that they're a little bit far away from the shore, which makes them risky as far as sharks are concerned. I'm going to try and... Oh my god, this raft is all over the place right now. I'm going to try and get it... There we go. Sometimes you gotta right the course here. You gotta do what you gotta do, but on occasion the rafts are quite a bit more squirrely. Ooh. Alright, well that's fine. What we'll do here then is I'm going to take this and we can actually just turn it around that way. It might be easier to do by hand than it is to do with actual navigational nautical skills. And so there it is. Our raft is all nice and situated. Let's have a look around this island and see what we got going on. I brought the flashlight with us, so we shouldn't have any light issues in this episode. All of our issues should be focused more on the heavy end of the weight spectrum. I think... we've got a rock right there. I'll take a rock. Sure, why not? I can always use more rocks, although we have solved that issue lightly on our previous... do we have bats, or what's going on right now? I hear things flying around overhead. Oh, yeah, there's that little guy right there. I don't know if bats are edible. I would assume you can eat a bat. But my problem with that is that it's a rodent, and when it comes to rodents, eating rodents always seems a little bit sketchy to me. We've got an extra tarp on this side, which is kind of unique. I don't think that that's going to help us out too much, though. We've got more than enough tarps at our old place. In fact, this area might be a little bit terrifying to scavenge. What's the temperature right now? 74 degrees. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we've got the water to take care of here, and aside from a couple of tarps, it looks like everything else is going to be hiding out in the ocean. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because as you can hear from the booming music in the background, we've got a shark in the area who's being like particularly tenacious at the moment. And I don't feel good about attempting to get around him. Now, what we can do is if I can find a stick around here, we can mark where we came from with a couple of rocks or with a couple of sticks. And I've done this in previous playthroughs. It's good for navigation. What we can do is we can make a little arrow that points us back home because obviously we're going to need to use the raft in order to scavenge from some of these places before it becomes immediately useful to us. What we'll do is we'll stack up some of the sundries right here on this side. And in fact, brightly colored stuff like tarps is usually the best way to do this. And so I'll put the stick right there and we'll make a pile right here. This pile is simply to denote like, hey, look in this direction, that's where our way home is, so that I can move the raft now and I can use it as a scavenging platform for getting down into some of these boats and having a look to see what they've got to offer us. I'm going to take this one out right here. It should be almost morning, but I can't tell you 100% about that. Let's take the raft over, and we should be mostly safe so long as we're on top of the boat over here. We shouldn't have any shark problems. He won't be able to get to us, but it's always a little terrifying to be in a situation like this. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to here. And now that we're on the boat, I'm going to stay away from the edges. Oh, we've got barrels right there that can be released, and that allows us to make our raft a little bit bigger. I think I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Unfortunately, our sharky friend appears to be down in the water on this side. I think I will name him Studebaker. It's Studebaker the shark. He won't leave us alone. Studebaker's got a temper. And unfortunately, we've got vitamins over here. Okay, vitamins in a crate. We've got a little bit of the... Okay, we've got another refined hammer right there. It's going to be competing for our affections with Dong the Mighty. I do think the hammer is probably too tempting to let go. If I go down here, I don't think the shark can mess with us again. This is down below the surface, and this does take us over to here. Yeah, we've got enough here for an extra bit of raft, and I like that a lot. So I think I'm going to do my best to free this real quick. There we go. How we're going to get this back to shore, I don't know. And in fact, it might be safer for us. It might be safer for us to bring a little bit of... Yeah, I think we're going to have to bring a little bit of line over here to make that work. Let me get my flashlight back here. What are we looking at on the front end of the ship? We're beginning to suffocate just from being like an inch underwater. It's okay. Water's kind of interesting like that. An inch of water versus, you know, a foot of water. Doesn't matter how much is overhead. You still suffocate from it. Oh, shit. He came in and almost got us. Good, sweet Lord. Did he get me? No, my health is still alright. So he didn't get us, but he definitely scared the piss out of me. I think there's going to be a warm spot in the ocean over there. This has an air tank, which is great. I'm going to take the air tank right now. The air tank is something that we need. Antibiotics bottle is also a really attractive feature. Let's take the crate with us. I don't know if I have to hold the air bottle in my hand while I dive. Yeah, it looks like I actually... So let me put that back right there. So for deeper dives, that's going to be a tad more useful. But that is going to kill our... That's going to kill our light, unfortunately. So we're not going to be able to see. Let me wait till morning. And I'm going to gather up some of the things we need to hitch this onto the back of our boat. And we'll just build it right here because it's safer to do it this way. I'm not confident that I can get the barrels back to shore in order to add an extra part to our raft. But for now, let's just hang out for a little bit. We have another boat on this side that I think we could wreck dive fairly successfully now that we have an oxygen bottle. Or we can sacrifice the oxygen bottle in order to make ourselves a spear gun, which might be a decent choice too. I'm going to get up on the upper deck of this thing. This one's partially underwater though. It's a little bit more sketchy than I like. I don't want to beach our raft here. Alright, well I'll jump over to here. And for now, we're just going to hope that the shark leaves us alone. We are in the water, but I don't think he can get past the rebar on the side of the ship. This wreck is also going to be a fertile area for us to explore. So we've got a crate right there with another oxygen tank. Fantastic. We got a whole bunch of scrap and another carburetor in there in case we wanted to make an extra engine. Aside from that, the top deck, a little bit light on resources. A little bit light on resources. I think I'm going to have to take this all back to shore. And we'll do what we can with it. We don't have any barrels or buoys. Oh, we do have barrels over here, dude. We can make a baller raft if we can get this done. But really, we just need that shark to go away. It does sound like he's gone, though. Ugh. Let me clear out. I'm gonna check the top right here too. Whoa! I just glitched through a wall. Good lord. Okay, that was a little terrifying. Oh, he's back. Okay, so our dear sharky friend has returned. A lot of this is going to depend on whether or not he can jump the line over here. Because the tide is a little high at the moment. I think he can probably get us on the lower deck, so I'm not going to go down there for now. Where's he at? My thing is that I'd prefer to be top on this thing right here. Grab that other crate too over here so that we got another little selection of stuff with us, and we'll organize loot and see where we can put it in just a moment. I'd like to be on top of that railing right there. And then if I can, we'll jump back over to the sail. We'll take this thing back around. Beep, beep, beep. Back it up like a dump truck. Beep. Back it up like a dump truck. What? Back it up like a dump truck. Beep. Alright, and so hopefully, let me find some lashings here. We will consolidate all of the loot that we found on this island. And once we've got some daylight to play around with, I think we'll be able to loot a little bit better. Okay, so that took a while. We got some sunlight coming up right now, which makes me a little bit more confident that we'll be able to get something done here. But the first thing we really want to do is we want to add to our raft. That's all that I care about right now. we've got the ability to add another barrel raft base to this whole thing. And I think I'm just going to elongate this thing. I don't know if the back end should be longer or the front end should be longer. But I'm going to make the back end longer so that, there we go. Give this thing a big old ass. Give this Betty a big old booty. So there it is. The sun's coming up, which means I should be able to scavenge down the bottom decks a little bit easier, especially given the fact that I now have access to... I will take that crate, even though there's nothing in there that's particularly attractive to me. I need to take the hammer, too, unfortunately. I need to have all of it. We're going to collect all of this into, like, one space, and a lot of those crates over there that we have back at the island are empty over on that island. And so now that we've added to there are some barrels that are currently floating over at the other island as well. So what I would recommend is that we're actually not going to scavenge this right now. Instead, we're going to take a little detour. Ooh, putting a big old ass on this thing appears to have sacrificed a little bit of our maneuverability. It takes her a lot longer to swing out to starboard right now. Okay, I can live with that. We're also lopsided if you look at it. We've actually got one side dragging at the moment, and until we put some more barrels into it, we're actually kind of underwater right now. But there's more barrels over here, and I just couldn't see well enough to get myself fixed up. I took the time while you guys were away, while I was doing that little cut, to gather up the things that I need in order to make some of this work. Shark's back. Jesus, he's just not letting me have it right now, is he? Just not letting me get away with it. I really don't want to mess with him right now either. Like, I do not want to have a shark problem right now. This is like, I gotta unchain these barrels right here that are down below. And having, like, an errant shark running around just acting like a douche is not making this easier. I think he's, like, directly under the raft right now. I'm a little worried. That's underwater pretty far. I think he might be able to get up right there and mess with me. Where's the visual at? Dude, sharks are like my biggest fear. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am terrified of black water. Like, dark water scares the shit out of me. It's a phobia. It's a massive phobia that I have. Alright, so I think he pissed off. Let's get that up real quick. Yeah, climb up onto the raft, please. There we go. So we've got the raft climbed up on. Let me see if it'll let me craft from here. If it won't, then lame. It won't. I gotta get closer. Okay, so we will craft from a little bit closer. Just gotta bring this thing up slightly. Lost my turning radius, though. Lost my turning radius. So from right here, maybe, will you let me do it? Alright, so cool. From right here, we can do it. There we go. And so we've righted the ship now. That's going to be all the modification we can do at the moment for this craft. So let's bring this around. Maybe my turning will be a little bit better now, too, that I don't have that drag. It's still pretty rough, but we can come about. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, and pretty soon we should have a motor, which will really kind of kick this thing into high gear. I don't know if literally or not. It's probably just a little two-stroke or whatever. Alright, so we'll bring this thing around. Get around on the backside of this boat. God, my turning is just not good enough. Oh, he's underneath the ground right now. It's nice to see the sharks are still doing that. That was in, like, the earliest alpha. The sharks would get stuck in the earth. Then they would follow you onto shore and whatnot. I'll back this thing up. I'm just going to take a run at it the straight way. There we go. Sometimes you got to make, like, a three-point turn and do what you got to do. Perfecto. That's, like, exactly where I want to be right now. Works for me. Let's get down in here. Oh, I gotta take this stuff back to shore, though. Well, no harm, no foul. We can take a look and see what's underwater first. Don't see anything in this one. So that's probably a good thing to clear up. I don't know how many puffs I get off this thing. I'm hoping it's a fair few. There's not really anything around this end either, although I'm okay with that. I think I can live with it. I was sort of hoping I wouldn't have to spend too much time over here. You better get on that boat, son. You better get on that boat before that fool shows up. We know he's out here. You know he's coming, so get up on the boat. We only got one more puff left on this thing. It might be better to use it for crafting. I don't know. It seems like one of those useful resources that, like, using it to dive on wrecks is probably not the best usage of my time. We'll swing around this way. Probably have to take it a little bit wide. Give us a little two-point turn here. There we go. 3-point turn, 2-point turn. I don't know how many points we're going to get for that turn, all right? Olympic-wise, I don't think we're going to get a good gold medal, but we'll head back over to the other ship. See, now we're making a little bit of progress. You can see what we've got going on over here. We've actually got a lot of resources just hanging out. I killed a bat, by the way. A very large bat. That's like a dog-sized bat right there, dude. I was like, are you kidding me? That's the biggest bat I've ever seen in my life. Because these stack, we'll want to take that out of there. And essentially, we've gotten a pretty good haul from over here. I don't think we have much to worry about. I'm going to put shipbuilding supplies, tools inside of there. I'm not going to need the hammer anymore because all of our building is done unless I whack something over here and, you know, we're able to release a few more thingies. We got another spear. I don't really care about the fishing spear at all, so I'll probably just leave that over here on the island. I've already got 5 of them, like on our previous island, so who cares. On this side, we'll keep this as a medical crate. Not going to need the extra fibrous leaves, actually. Not going to need that at all, and so that leaves us with a little bit more to play around with. Probably not going to need the flashlight. I found a lot of flashlights too on this. On this run, we've got a fair few. We've got quite a few flashlights now, and they've got invincible durability, so it's not like the batteries are ever going to run out or whatever. Either they're like the windy ones. I've got a couple of those at my house because they're great for when the power goes out and you can't go to the store or whatever to get batteries. They've got like a little crank on the side of them, and you can just sit there and you can crank them until they've got enough power to work. We'll put in right here. And let me jump overboard real quick. Oh, there's the shark. He's back. Okay, give me my oxygen tank. We're going to have to do this quickly, if at all. I don't see anything down inside of here, so it looks like we're mostly clear inside of this cabin. I think I can make it back up without running out of oxygen. I'm not going to use that last puff. So there, you're fine. Calm down. You're like, but you're drowning me right now. I'm not drowning you right now. I'm making you a better pearl diver. You got to look at the positives. You're always looking at the negatives, and that's why we don't get along, is because I'm an optimist and my character is a pessimist. So see, that's where the sitcom comes from right there. We do have a deeper wreck dive over out that way. We are going to have to head back home. I think we're pretty much done as far as this island's concerned. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot more objects around that are going to be able to help us. I'm going to walk this rail right here like a... Oh, shit. I messed it up, but I managed to get back up on here. And this, all we're going to do is we're just going to back this straight on up. Love the raft controls in this game. I always feel like they're great. So we'll back that up on a dry land, and let me see what I can get into my inventory here without running into problems. So that's full. That's not full. That's full. That's not full. Okay. Sounds good to me. We'll take the torches. We will take the tarps. We will take the rocks. And I'm just going to stow these wherever. Perfect. Perfect. 3 more spaces in here. Bat, you're coming with me because I need more leather, and you seem to be my avenue to doing just that. So we'll go ahead and throw the bat inside of there. Grab a few more crates. Nice. Alright, so let's get the hell on out of here. We don't even need this place anymore. We are done exploiting this island. Now there is a... Oh shit. I wasn't expecting there to be an oh shit over here. Oh Christ! Back up! That was a bug. That appears to be something that was not supposed to happen. I don't know what happened right there, but it was slightly terrifying for me for a minute. It's going to take some doing to get this thing righted, so let's drag it back to shore. Hopefully we're not stranded here now with a flipped raft. That would suck. But I think I can fix this. Almost. It's almost fixed. We're getting there. Come around to this side and pull that way. There we go. We fixed a problem. Look at that. We're a bunch of problem solvers. A bunch of badass problem solvers. Alright, so let's get back on the boat now, barring any more flip outs on the part of our nautical resources. Because that right there, I would call that a very literal flip out. I think that was troublesome. This next wreck is going to have a shark in it, which scares me. I don't know if it's even worth the risk to try and get this one, but if you look over here, you can see that little patch right there where you've got those bubblies on this side. No, it ain't champagne. It's a ship that's down below the surface. It's a shipwreck that's down here. Well, it's a shipwreck or something that's down there. But I can't see it. Might be a cave or something. I don't know if that's a new feature. Are caves a thing now? Can I drop a crate on my raft? Is that possible, or will that just, like, blow away? I've only got one puff left on this oxygen, which is the part that I don't like about this. I mean, I've got bandages and morphine back at base, so we can afford to get bit by a shark right now. Take our chances, I guess. Oh yeah, there is a wreck down here. Not a particularly equitable one either. I don't think there's a whole lot of resources here. Looks like the bubbles are just coming up. Okay. Let's surface for a minute. We'll dive back down. Is there anything else down here that looks to be useful? I don't see anything, so I'm going to go back to the raft and we'll just head home. Okay, back home again, and it's time for us to start thinking about some projects that we want to undertake over here. I think that there's plenty of things that we need to get done. I may use this air tank right here to craft myself some kind of spear gun or something of that kind. We are going to need some more leather, though, in order to make that work, and we've also gathered the majority of the parts that we need in order to make an engine. So we're in good shape right now. We haven't picked up any further water bottles. We haven't picked up any resources in that regard. What I want to do for right now is let's just go through our haul. So with this first guy right here, we've got a whole bunch of medicines. Great. I'm actually going to pick up the label maker. And we will call this Peels. Alright, so we've got Peels right there. Carburetor. We've got a carburetor, a propeller, a gas tank, and I think the only part that we're missing now is the actual engine assembly itself, I think. Unless we've got one of those too. We've got hammers. Okay. I'm alright with most of this stuff. We've got a fuel tank over here. We've got another plank scrap, which is great. Don't know exactly what I'm going to use that for. Probably some kind of siding or something like that. Oh, we've got Dong the Mighty, and then just the refined hammer. I don't know. I think I'll name him... See, because we've got Dong the Mighty, which is not a real refined name. This hammer right here is clearly refined. It's telling us that. It said that about Dong, but we learned that to be the opposite of the case. Instead, this one's name is going to be Reginald Fairchild III. There we go. Reginald Fairchild III and Dong the Mighty will become fast friends. I can tell already. And so we've got this stuff over here, a few more tarpaulins, a few more rocks. I'm going to sort this stuff out all in between episodes, but for now, let's just get it all out on the beach so that we know what we have here. There we go. Rocking the beach a little bit. Dude, we have scavenged a lot of bullshit. Oh my god. We have come down with like a ton of things. Like a ton of things. And then we've got our bat right there. And the bat's going to be important in just a moment, because we need to skin his little ass. So where'd my knife run off to? I left my knife over here somewhere because I'm bad at organizing things. Maybe I put it in my toolkit. Let's go see if it's inside the toolkit. It's not. It's not. I think we might be a little overstocked on crates. I don't know. What do you all think? I think we might have a few too many crates. We got a lot of crates right now. There's my knife. Gotcha. Where's that bat at? Is he in my inventory or did I drop him on the ground? There he is. Let's skin this little bastard.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Oh, we only got meat off of him. We didn't actually get any leather. Well, that's weak. I was hoping we would get something a little bit more applicable. That's okay. It's alright. It's not going to be anything that's going to be a problem. Oh, we're a little bit dehydrated. I would find some of our coconuts around here. I think I had a couple laying around. Get the coconut halves. We'll eat those. Nam. Nam. Oh, I got food poisoning. No! Food poisoning. Blah, 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 blah. Vomiting everywhere. Throwing up like it's 1999 on December 31st. Just blah. Entering a new millennium with nothing but vomit in our throat and liquor in our stomachs. Yeah. You come here. And then I'm going to fill you all with water. And then I'm going to drink all day long. Drink in my thong. Drink, sing a song. Drink, what is wrong? Got the drink in me. There we go. That should get us mostly cleaned up. And then what we'll do over here is we'll grab the last little bit of water out of there so that that's all taken care of. I can get some meat prepared, but I need more leather. I need more leather. That's the fundamental concern which vexes me right now, is that in order to get more leather, I think the pig respawned over here, but I'm not really confident in my ability to chase him down. We more or less got lucky with the last pig when we were able to kill him, and so I don't know if I can replicate that success. I don't know if I can do that. I'm going to try. But like if I can chase this pig down like a serial killer and take him out, that's what I'm going to do. Because there ain't no cure for the Bacon Town blues. There's the piggy. What's up, piggy? I think I got him with that one. Oh, piggy messed up. Piggy messed up. Come here, piggy. Come forth. Come hither and give me your withers, that I might eat them in my piggy fires. In my piggy forge. Oh, you can surf on the piggy. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Aha! Piggy flight! Ah! The piggy is so great! Ow, that hurt though. Oh, my piggy's over here. He's a magical piggy. A very magical piggy. A piggy which allows you to fly. A lucky pig, as it were. Alright, so I've got the pig right there. I've got my knife right here. Let's get to work skinning this fool and see if we can get some more leather off his ass. There we go. We've got boar butt leather. Hooray! Boar butt leather! The leather from a boar's butt.
Oh, gross. Oh, it's disgusting.
Good. Ready to roll. Let's go ahead and get this crafted on up into some leather so that we can use it in any weather. We can also use... Oh, we can make cloth if we had a loom, and then we've got fibrous leaves. That's an option. With the leather we currently have, I can make a refined spear. A weapon would not be terrifying. A hoe is pretty easy to make, too. Crude bow is also something that we could get down on. With an air tank, we'd be able to make ourselves a spear gun. Pretty cool stuff. Spear gun arrow right there. We can make, okay. We can make a couple different things in here. What stuff do we not have? In order to make a brick station, we would need some clay. We would need a plank scrap, 3 of it, which I do think that I have, actually. I think I have enough plank scraps to make that happen. And so I think we might be able to get some of these preliminary resources taken care of. With barrel scrap, we can make a hobo stove, but that relies on me getting other stuff back here. In addition, we need to retrofit and make our boat a little bit more habitable. However, for now, it looks like we've run out of daylight. So, let me get back with you in the morning, and we'll see what we can get done here. So with morning breaking, there's a couple things we probably want to focus on for today. All of our meters seem to be pretty good. I got meat on the fire right now. I got meat on the fire, and I'm losing control. Alright, so we'll throw that over there. Now that we're cooking some stuff up, let's gather up the things that we need for some more lashings, and we're going to add some more deck space to our boat if we can. I've only got 3 of these fibrous things over here. I thought I knocked down a lot more. The plants do regrow. Nice things to know about. It does look to me as though all the little like ground plants, so like the young palm trees over here, do appear to grow. And so if you end up needing more resources and needing to just run around your island whacking stuff, I think that's a change for the better. I think that's something that makes the player's life a little bit easier so that they constantly don't feel like they have to be like migratory and running around to new spaces in order to remain competitive with the game. I think we've got a really good base right now. I think we're getting it how we live it at the moment. We've got 8 of those down, so let me go ahead and craft those into lashings. And the moment that is done, there we go, a few more lashings. I probably didn't need to farm out these lashings because I think I have several more laying over here on the ground. But there are other little projects we can undertake, the largest of which, in my opinion, is going in and putting in like wooden deck space on our boat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some sticks. Our boat is moored, I think, over here? Oh, good, the meat's done. I'll go deal with that in just a minute. I need a hammer as well, that's what it was. Dong the Mighty, come with me. Dong the Mighty, become a part of my noble crusade to add deck space to... Okay, we'll take Reginald Fairchild. Reginald Fairchild seemed to be more enthusiastic about the undertaking, so you know what? He gets to be the one that comes this time around. He gets to be the one. Now, because our boat is kind of far away from the shore, we've just got to hope that there's no sharks around. I probably did it because we got like this little jetty over here, but you know. Let's craft some more deck space. So building, we'll go to rafts, and then we will add not a wooden raft space. In fact, I just want a wood raft floor over here. And so there we go, wood raft floor. We'll do the exact same thing again. Oh no, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Back to the rafts and then to the floors. And we've got another wood raft floor right there that we can throw onto the top of this, so we're not lopsided or anything like that anymore. The level of flotation appears to be affected by the weight of whatever's on top of it. But hey, we've got ourselves a raft. I'll probably expand it out in that direction now, 2 more spaces, and then from there, I'll probably be confident with what we've got going on. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot of other tasks to undertake. I need to find some clay. I need to do some stuff like that so that we can get some bricks all nice and cooking. I do know where clay is at if we can't find it on this island, but my hope is that that resource will be available here without me having to go somewhere else so that we can start cooking up some bricks and getting that going on. But up until that point, I think that for now, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Stranded Deep. I will see you all in future episodes. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm going to eat my steaky dinner, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.